Citizen journalism. It started when mainstream media became nothing more than a parrot for the left. But now, citizen journalism is falling into the same trap. Let's talk about it. Citizen journalism is what a lot of people call YouTubers or bloggers or whatever that are average, everyday people that create content that review what's happening today, whether it be in politics, business, entertainment, whatever the genre, whatever the landscape. Any commenter or content creator speaking on those things kind of falls into that citizen journalism area. And it really blew up, particularly around the pandemic, because A, no one had anything else to do other than watch their damn screens. And two, because they were telling you things that mainstream media were not. Not things that weren't untrue, but things that the media either blatantly ignored or overtly lied about. A lot of channels came up. Now, this one came up after the big wave and the big flood of the pandemic content creators. But my brothers and I felt and still feel like we have something to offer. And in that, we subscribe to various other content creators across YouTube and Rumble. And what we're seeing now is a trend that I find very disturbing. You have some people that are now being clickbaiters, using headline porn, that are blowing things out of proportion, exaggerating just to get you to click and watch. And I ask myself, isn't that not much better than what mainstream media began to do? And it's not. Mainstream media, especially the print media, were very good at using gotcha phrases. Going back to the grocery store tabloids, they use gotcha phrases. Michael Jackson is dying. You open it up to become the next so-and-so. Or right now, when you click on banner ads, you'll see two celebrities on the thumbnail hugging or getting really close to one another with the caption under it, "These 15 celebrities are secretly gay." And they'll use two celebrities that are nowhere near gay just to get you to click. And now I've done a couple of videos on this, and I'm not going to stop because I don't want to see content creators go the way of mainstream media, where you get so caught up in getting the clicks and the views and the attention that the content suffers. I will give you an example. For example, some people call this a meltdown.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, I can show you thumbnail after thumbnail of people calling that a meltdown. Oh, that was a meltdown. But then they'd call this a meltdown.
I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
That's a legitimate meltdown. Or they'll call this a rant.
You got to remember, the whole narrative all year was that because my show came to ESPN, obviously we fired Steve Young. We fired all the people that were here and were great people at ESPN. It was my show's fault. And then on game day, David Pollock got let go. David Pollock, who I am a massive fan of, one of the greatest Bulldogs of all time, a dude who was very good to me. Obviously, I took his spot. So Georgia fans all year, not necessarily the biggest McAfee fans. Now, with that being said, I was very nice to them. I was very cordial to them. But in the biggest moment in front of them all, it was a nice little reminder that, hey, yeah, you can go to hell too.
That wasn't a rant. That man had a very soft-spoken delivery saying what he thought and felt, and that was a rant. But then, before that, they called this a rant.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Now that was a rant, but that's the way that citizen journalism is going now. People are putting it out there. They're just, oh, click on this because this dude had a rant or this female melted down. And you click on and you go, no, they're not. This isn't what you promised. And so then they'll start losing the trust. And you must understand, because I know I do. Maybe it's because of my various life endeavors. Maybe it's because of the culture I was raised in, because born in the 70s, I understood what it really meant to come up and advance and be a black person. What I'm trying to get across here is this. When you start labeling everything in such an over-exaggerated fashion, and you start rage baiting and clickbaiting and headline porn using, you lose credibility. And don't think that for a second that the mainstream media isn't looking for that. They are looking for any kink in the armor to break down the stranglehold that YouTube has taken from them. YouTubers, citizen journalists, are getting more views, more attentions, and are being shared more than the mainstream media, than CNN, MSNBC. They are being listened to and have more influence than anyone else. Podcasters like Joe Rogan. That's why they went after Joe Rogan so hard. Joe Rogan has influence. That's why Tim Pool keeps getting swatted. Influence. And they are looking for the moments where they can go, gotcha, aha, see, I told y'all. They're just a bunch of YouTubers. They're making these stories up. They're exaggerating this. You cannot defeat the enemy using their tactics. You can't, not a long-term, pertinent, prominent, long-lasting win. You may be able to get a couple of victories here and there, grab some attention, but they are still the mainstream. Remember that. Don't underestimate that. And don't sacrifice your integrity of content just to try to keep up with them or anyone else. Keep your character. That's all you're going to have left when YouTube eventually shuts us all down. I hope you were entertained and informed by that video. If you have something to say, got some thoughts on it, be sure to leave a comment down below. I ask that you share it out, spread the word. If you want to hear me bumping my gum some more, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video and you can hear more of me jaw-jacking. Please remember that these are exclusive videos on YouTube and Rumble. What you get on one spot, you may not get at the other. So follow me on both sites to get the full effect of Free Mind Thinkers. And until next time, remember to stand up, stand out, think differently. Holla.